Hello everybody, my name is Diana Laredo and today I will be talking to you about the Ontario Montclair School District. There are two reasons why I chose this school district, one of them being because I grew up in this school district. I attended two of the elementary schools and one of their middle schools. And now that I have chosen my career path, I have been fortunate enough to work within the school district for the past 3 years. So what is OMSD known for? It is the third largest school district in the state of California. It encompasses the city of Ontario, the city of Montclair, and the portions of the city of Upland, and unincorporated portions of the San Bernardino County. There are 26 elementary schools, 6 middle schools, and 2 alternative programs offered. Some of the programs offered within this school district include academy schools. One example of an academy school is the Central Language Academy, which is a K through 8 grade school. It emphasizes on Spanish dual immersion program. Another school is magnet schools, which adopt the STEM program. There is a GATE program offered, and this coming school year they are offering a new Mandarin dual immersion program. There is a Promise Scholars program that is in partnership with the school district, and the overall goal of this program is to raise awareness of college, and it commits to 3 promises for students, one of them being that students have a place in college, money for college will be provided, and help for preparing for college will also be provided. So 2 of their new summer programs that were launched this last summer that are a part of their 5-year goal is the VAPA program, which is a Visual and Performing Arts summer program. There's also reading programs that were provided. And then there's also the No Excuses University, which also fosters in the college program. It basically provides students with more awareness and exposure to colleges and university in order for them to know that college is not an option, it is an expectation, and all are willing to attend college regardless of their socioeconomic status, regardless of their culture, regardless of their background. Anybody is capable of going so long as they work for it. There's also PBIS that is implemented throughout the school district. So who attends schools within this school district? There's about 20,606 students enrolled in schools within this school district. 89.5 of those students are considered Hispanic or Latino. 2.7% are African American. Those were the highest statistics I found. So there is not, although there is diversity within this district, there's not much diversity within the population, since most of the students are Hispanic or Latino. This also brings up the topic of English language learners. 5,314 students are English language learners. This is also 25.8% of their population. This means that these students do not have their primary language being English. 17,891 or 86.8% of students receive free or reduced lunch. This is a district that serves a lower economic community. The school district does receive Title I funding for its schools. So what does Ontario Montclair School District plan to do? So their mission statement states, Ontario Montclair School District is committed to providing a world-class education to our students in safe, respectful, and welcoming school environments that empowers students, staff, and families to be successful in a dynamic global society and cultivates college, career, and community partnerships. So, the Ontario Montclair School District has 4 goals in place for their 5-year plan. Goal 1 states that Ontario Montclair School District will ensure that highly qualified staff is trained to use materials and resources in order to provide instruction. Instruction will take place in clean and safe learning environments. Goal 2 states that Ontario Montclair School District will ensure that all students demonstrate progress in academic achievement through instructional programs. And Goal 3 states that Ontario Montclair School District will ensure that individual student needs are met through a multi-tiered system of supports designed to foster student academic and social behavioral engagement with peers, staff, and community. And the last goal, which is Goal 4, states that Ontario Montclair School District will support student learning and well-being through family engagement efforts. The district commits to seeking input from families for decision making. They also commit to encouraging and reaching out to families for them to be involved within the school district and within the schools in order to enhance the community and in order for them to be aware of their students' progress and the resources needed for them to succeed. So some of the changes that need to be put in place and that have been put in place include additional summer programs which were offered in the summer. These include the VAPA programs, Summer Academy, technology programs, reading programs, and a lot of different partnerships that were also outside of the school district. In addition, there is a summer feeding program for those families that don't have the means to provide for their family. They provide meals, scheduled meals in order to help those families. So there's also a new dual immersion program which is being launched this coming school year in the language Mandarin. And then trainings will be continued, and there will be an increase of trainings in order to support teachers and equip them with the tools necessary in order to support their students. So overall, this is a win-win for teachers and students because they are both being provided with the necessary resources they need to succeed. And one of the changes that needs to be put in place relates to one of their biggest challenges, which I will get to in the next slide, but this change includes an increase in Title I funding allocation to school sites in order to fund intervention programs. So these intervention programs need to be put in place in order to help those students at risk, to help those students that need a little bit of a bigger push, but overall to help all students. So some of the strengths that I see within the school district include high quality of professional development that is offered in order to support English language arts and math instruction in addition to core subjects. I also see teachers being equipped and being trained and provided with resources they need in order to better serve students with learning disabilities and their English language learners. I also think that the multi-tiered system of supports that they have in place in order to meet the needs of all students is a great system. And I also saw that the school district prides itself in providing safe and secure learning environments, which I truly believe they are successful at. I believe the Promise Scholars program is a great program that helps students see the end goal and plan for the end goal of attending college and being successful in life. I think this program not only provides them with that vision, but helps them obtain the end goal. And lastly, I think one of their biggest strengths includes community engagement. There's a lot of community engagement, a lot of parent involvement within schools. The Promise Scholars Program also helps with community engagement. One of the biggest events that they host is the Reindeer Run at the Citizens Bank Arena, which takes place in the wintertime. This event overall brings a big portion of the student and family population within the school district, and it overall raises funds for students it raises funds for students. The Promise Scholars Program keeps these funds and provides them for students who want to attend college but need the financial support. So some of the challenges I saw, one of them includes achievement gap of 2 or more performance levels that has been identified for foster youth students in the area of math, in addition to African American students, and suspension rates. So both of these areas are flagged as red performance category, which is really low. There needs to be fund allocation in order to provide the necessary resources for these students to be successful and to help them in their struggles. So some of the recommendations I give for this school district, one of them is to continue their good work, and it includes continuing supporting students and teachers. It is great that they are providing professional development, and overall teachers are better equipped to help their students. I also think that they should continue with college programs because there is a higher rate of students moving on to college because of these programs. Students are not only motivated, they're well informed, they are aware of their requirements, and they're more accountable for their actions and for their work. I also believe that they should continue implementing and training on PBIS in order to equip teachers with the necessary tools and resources. And for the challenges, I recommend that there's an increase in funding distribution in order to better support struggling students. I think it's very important for teachers and staff to build connections with those students. It's not only about funding and about providing those programs, but it's about making those connections and knowing what is the proper way to help support those students. Because you can have the money, but if you don't know what you need that money for, then there's not going to be any progress. Teachers and staff need to make connections with students. They need to make connections with families and make sure that there is a support system in place at school, but it's also very important to provide a support system at home. So there needs to be that parent-teacher communication, that school and home environment relationship in order to meet the needs of all students by providing them with that support. So my last recommendation is to meet the needs of all students by providing programs, connections, and resources. Overall, I think it's very important that they continue their programs and that they enhance their programs, whatever hasn't worked in the past or isn't working, to improve it. And like I said, those connections are very, very important. It's important to know your students. It's important to know why they're struggling and to talk to them in order to build those relationships, those connections that will make students feel safe and comfortable, and overall will help them succeed. And I think it's important to provide resources not only in school but outside of school. So that is Ontario Montclair School District. Thank you for listening to my presentation. I obtained resources from the school website, from California educational databases, and yeah, thank you very much. I hope you have a great night.